Hey guys, it's John, and welcome back to my playthrough of The Forgotten City. I almost forgot what it was called, ironically. Yeah, in case you're wondering, between the last video and right now, about a minute has passed. I'm playing them back to back. Alright, so let's just go talk to the assassin. Let's see if we can... Hi, you feeling better?
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step.
Yeah. Wait, do I need to ask him something? I can't
See you
remember.
around.
I guess not. Alright, yeah, let's go clear the assassin. First, we gotta tell Fabia not to die.
You have to.
Let's see. I'll get right on it.
Thank you. I have to.
It's interesting that the whisper says no. But yet, when the golden rule is broken, the statues are like killing everybody. Do not go in there. Just trust me. Alright. Alright, here we go. Here we go, guys.
Stop right there. I am looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius.
Yes, I saw him worshipping in a small round shrine just inside the city, second building on your left. That's the shrine that collapses.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Oh my god, you just bought it? What an idiot. I'm gonna watch you go in there, you dumb shit. This'll be good. Look at him.
Stride by stride, I approach my prey.
Yeah, dude, he's in there. He's right over here. Look, I'll take her. He's right in there. You're gonna have to go all the way in because he's like in the back. He's way in the back, dude. You gotta check it out. He's in there. Quinctius. Go get him.
Curse you, cultist.
Wow. Okay, bounty notice. By order of Emperor Nero, all loyal sons of Rome are ordered to hunt and execute the arsonist and murderer Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, a citizen from the Aventine district of Rome. He is about 40 to 50 years old. He is average height, average build, has dark hair, and has one green eye and one blue eye. He is typically clean shaven. He is a known associate of cultists and suffers from delusions of grandeur. I haven't noticed anybody like that, but I'll take that. Find Quinctius. Oh, I'd love to. I'll take the arrows and the Darius and the wooden bow. A finely crafted composite bow. Okay, so we got a bow. Okay. I'm gonna go, first of all, we can go tell Equitia. Wait, I'm not supposed to have a...
You there? I'm sorry to trouble you, but I couldn't help but notice that fine bow you're carrying. No idea how you managed to get your hands on it, especially in the light of our dear old magistrate's ban, but I'm impressed. And before you ask, no, I wouldn't dream of trying to buy it from you. I have no use for a wooden bow myself. But I would like to propose a joint business venture of sorts.
Go on.
Tell me, do you have any idea how people here end up as golden statues?
No idea. The statues come to life and fire golden arrows at them. Or golden... Oh, yeah, you're right. No.
Well, between you and me, I found an old scroll from years ago, hastily written, in which the author claimed something extraordinary and terrifying. He wrote that when the golden rule is broken, statues spring to life all over the city, wielding golden bows and begin firing golden arrows at the inhabitants. Supposedly, one or two of those arrows is enough to turn a full-grown man into gold. Now, of course, that is a travesty, a terrible, horrible waste of human life, which has to be stopped. And yet, on the other hand, I can't help but think of a tale told by that Greek fella Aesop, the goose that laid the golden egg. With the ability to transmute organic matter into gold, one could create infinite wealth. Use your imagination. Golden animals, insects, trees and plants. The Midas touch without the drawbacks. We are talking riches beyond imagining. And even if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, half of infinite wealth is still infinite. Interested?
I'm interested.
Excellent. So the first question is, how do we get our hands on one of those golden bows? Now, I have a plan, but first, tell me, are you familiar with the story of the goddess Diana?
No.
No problem. Allow me to explain. Diana is our goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld, depending on who you ask. The one thing priests and poets agree on is that she carried with her a golden bow and a quiver of golden arrows. And it just so happens that there is a shrine of Diana in this very forum, with a prominent statue of the goddess herself.
No
and
way.
would you like to guess what she's holding in her hand?
A bow. Golden bow.
Precisely. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent in that temple staring at it, trying to figure out how to retrieve it without breaking you know what.
You want me to steal it?
Gods no! If you tried that, we'd all be dead within moments, I'm sure. No, here's what I propose. You give your bow to me, I cover it in a thin layer of gold leaf, and we create a replica of a golden bow. Then you enter the shrine, extinguish the braziers, and under cover of darkness, swap out the fake for the original. It's not theft exactly, it's more of a trade. But make no mistake, this is a dangerous path, and there's no way of knowing where it will lead. But in my experience,
That is
all the
interesting.
best adventures begin with a risky first step. Now, you must have questions. Ask away.
Can't you do it yourself?
I'm more of an ideas man, whereas you're obviously the more resourceful and heroic type. I have complete confidence in you.
Why can't I just take it?
Because the gods would see you, of course. Hence my proposal.
Isn't that extremely dangerous?
When Prometheus stole fire from the gods and became a hero to all mankind, do you think he was worried about the danger?
Prometheus was also punished for eternity, if I recall correctly.
Only because he was silly enough to get caught.
That's all the questions I had.
So, are you in, partner?
Alright, I'll do it, but don't ever call me partner.
Wonderful. Now, if you'll hand over your bow, I can get started applying a layer of gold leaf. This is a quality weapon. Now, bear with me for a moment. And here we are, a gold leaf bow.
Okay. Wow. Fake golden bow.
Now I've gone and unlocked the Shrine of Diana for you, so as quick as you can, head on inside. It's just at the end of the street on the left. May the gods not watch over you.
Oh, the one that's like... Isn't it locked? Yeah. Did I go in here earlier? What's that? Oh. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna save. Extinguish the braziers. Okay. Roman man on his knees, as if uttering a desperate prayer. Clearly, it fell on deaf ears. Swap out a large stone statue of Diana, the ancient Roman goddess of the hunt, the moon, and the underworld. So how do I do that? How do I swap it out? Oh, I have to get up? Oh my god. Hang on. Okay, I swapped them. So now I've got the golden bow. Okay, maybe we should hide that though.
Is that you, partner? Do you have the bow?
Yeah, I have it.
Wonderful. Just go ahead and slide it under the door for me and I'll unlock it for you.
Maybe I should have trusted you.
And yet you did. And now, here we are. With me out here, and you in there. Until you give me my bow.
How's this not against the golden rule? You said you'd split the riches between the two of us. Well, lying is not against the golden rule.
No, technically, I never said that. I said, if we were to split all those riches between the two of us, infinite wealth is still infinite. It's hardly my fault if you can't tell the difference between a hypothetical and a promise, now is it? Oh, I do love a good loophole.
Well, but lies still... I lied just now, and it didn't... I mean, are big lies bad under the golden... Maybe they clarified that in the beginning, and I've forgotten. How can I trust you after you've double-crossed me like this?
You're just gonna have to take your chances, I'm afraid. The bow, now. And don't even think about giving me the fake one. I'll recognize my own handiwork.
I'll find another way out.
I would reconsider my position quickly if I were you. I'm not sure if you noticed, but you're stuck in there with a hornet's nest, and they can be rather aggressive toward intruders. You know, some say it takes 27 hornet stings to kill a man, but I always wondered how anyone could have known that. Let's find out if they were right, shall we?
Wait. Oh! Look at me! Ho 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 ho! I found a way out! I escaped. Where are we in here? What is all this? The caves, dude. I don't know, is there like a bottomless pit there? That just seemed strange. I got an achievement for doing that, by the way. Dude, the golden bow is sick. I can use this on the, Oh my god, this is how you get into the cistern right here. That's the body that we found. Huh. Interesting. No, but we can use this on the stuff that we can climb. That can't support our weight. Nevia's journal.
My beloved Galatea,
Oh.
I write this so that one day, when we're finally together, you will understand what I've done and why I had to do it. The others will call me mad or a monster, but I don't care what they think. Everything I'm doing here, I'm doing for you. I'll start at the beginning. Soon after my arrival here, as I walked down a corridor.
Oh my god, have there been
golden
multiple pages to all
I
these
thought
notes?
I heard a whisper behind me, a rasp of air, as if vocal cords of metal strained to say a word or two. I tried to dismiss the idea, tried to concentrate on my work as the city's medic, but that tortured whisper haunted me. Weeks later, in the hallway to the bathhouse, I heard it again and found myself drawn to the statue of a Roman woman wearing a stola. Her face was contorted with anguish and fear, and, disturbingly, it was as if she was looking right at me. As I walked past her, I heard that strained whisper again, and turning back, I discovered that, even though I had moved, she was still looking right into my soul. That was when it dawned on me. This was no statue. This was a woman trapped within that golden prison.
Right.
Naturally, I told the others, but when I could not reproduce the results of my experiment, they would not believe me. But from that moment on, I knew the full horror of this place. Immobilized within these statues are living human beings. It was that day, my love, that my heart broke.
Interesting. Thanks, Navia. Okay. Hi there. Platforming. Dude, who do you guys want to turn into gold? Is it a crime, you know? Is it a crime to do it? Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought. Yes, it gilds it and then you can walk across. That's so cool. I'm ready to do it, dude. I'm ready to do it. Let's go. There are so many vines that we can climb. There's so many things that we can do. I think we'll start with Decius. Whoa, where am I? I'm gonna save. We found a way into the palace. Okay. So we're in the palace now. Got it. Huh. But you're already golden, so the bow's not really gonna do anything to you. Oh. Oh, you can turn them to gold. I mean, I did that before. I guess maybe I didn't hit them. Okay. So we're in the palace, y'all. Okay, I guess we hit the armor. I don't know. Take more arrows. I've got 70 arrows. That's so many, dude. Okay. Nice, more arrows.
You're not supposed to be here.
Navia! Okay. Interesting. This is fun. I didn't think that we'd be doing all this in this episode. I thought we were just gonna, I don't know, talk to Malleolus somehow. Which I'm still not, yeah, I would love to go that way, dude. Well, actually, okay, wait, maybe there is some way to get in there. Okay, I turned the algae to gold. Come here. There we go. Huh. Okay, we've got to figure this out. Okay, turn the algae to gold, but what did that really get me? Are there like, is there like a vine that I can... Okay. Oh, I didn't realize that this went down. Okay, okay. I guess this is okay. Oh, okay, more arrows. Okay. Interesting to get like some combat, I guess. Sort of, you know. Lots of these golden skeletons and stuff in here. You have to shoot him twice, I guess? Lots of arrows, man. I mean, this is fun. I'm gonna save. $50 denarius. That's it. Okay, yeah, I wasn't sure if I could get out of there, but it wouldn't make sense if you couldn't. Okay. Thank you. Oh. 80 arrows. You think I got enough? Oh, come on. Just hold still. Okay, that only took one. Oh yeah, I guess you can kick them, can't you? Man, the golden bow is sick, dude. This is... Did you hear something? Oh. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Anyway, yeah, you know what? Yeah. Key to palace doors. Okay.
My beloved Galatea, after I learned the terrible truth about the golden statues, I wandered the city as if in a nightmare. What must life be like for these poor souls, entombed in gold, but kept alive somehow? Trapped in their own personal Tartarus, consigned to eternal torment, too horrific for any sane mind to comprehend. I tried to offer them what small mercies I could. I began to talk to them, to keep them company. I'd imagine backstories for them, give them names, and tell them of the world, of the histories and stories I'd learned as a child. As the others became more concerned by my charity, I sought solitude from them, preferring the company of my tormented charges. Discovering a way into the abandoned palace, I began to spend my days walking its halls and sharing with its occupants ancient tales, my mind turning to those of Apollo and Daphne, Perseus and Medusa, and Pygmalion and Galatea. Pygmalion, the sculptor who fell in love with a beautiful statue, and who, praying to Aphrodite for aid, discovered that his beloved Galatea had come to life.
Right, my fair lady.
It was then that I heard you whisper to me, Galatea. Forgive me. I know that is not your real name, just one I have borrowed from a story. But when I turned to look at you, I saw the most exquisitely beautiful woman I have ever known. Your face, forever frozen in a look of haunting sadness. Our meeting gave me new purpose, to free you from your golden prison, so that I might one day hear you speak, not just whisper your true name to me. So I gathered tools for the long and difficult task ahead, barred the doors to this place, and set to work.
I see. So that explains why you're here, I guess. A torture rack. Hold down golden statues and peel the golden layer from them. Gruesome. Well, you know. Oh my god. It's an indie horror blood streak. Okay. Nevia. We've reached the upper floor of the palace. Okay. Can I take this arrow? Oh, somebody turned the curtain gold. It's very good. Very good. Kick him back there. God, you need so many of these. Holy shit. Come on. Yeah, that's right. Kick. 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 Okay, sorry. No? Alright, well, we'll go across this. Yo. Yo, hello? Okay. Not sure why that was like that. Okay. Oh wow, you can just... Okay, got it. Take this coin pouch, I guess.
Help us.
That guy sounded like he was yawning.
Kill.
I mean, I can turn you to gold. I can't really kill you, though. Okay, gotcha. Oh my god. Oh, I thought for some reason this opened or something. No. I could have just trapped him, actually. Damn. Okay, I gotta go that way. More arrows, thank you. I've only got 71 now. Hope nobody breaks the golden rule while I'm in here. I guess you're supposed to like lure them and then hit the thing. Okay, well. We're slowly making it there. Just looking around.
Kill me.
Take a look at the scroll nearby. Sorry, was there? Oh, right here. My bad. Nevia's journal.
My beloved Galatea, my attempts at freeing these souls from their golden prisons have not been going to plan. My first charge was a Greek woman who I called Iodame after the Athenian turned to stone by Medusa. Drilling through the gold that encased her, I was vindicated by the discovery that beneath half an inch of gold, which is so rigid it must be some kind of alloy, was living flesh. Unfortunately, this golden alloy seems to have fused with her skin, so removing it exposed the sinew and muscle beneath and appeared to cause her great pain. At first, I braced myself, expecting that inflicting such pain would break the golden rule, and yet, somehow, it did not. It seems whichever god is responsible for imprisoning these poor souls does not care about their suffering at all. They are forsaken, undeterred.
I know I can listen to this while walking around, but
working late into the night, attempting to remove the golden layer that encased her as delicately as I could. Eventually, I was able to free most of her body, but when I released her from her restraints, her first act was to lunge for my throat, clawing at me with all her strength and those sharp metal talons. This was my thanks for trying to save her. Whatever possessed Iodame to attack, she was clearly not a suitable subject for my experiment, and I was forced to lock her inside an isolated wing of the palace and bar the door. As I continued working on others, I could hear her flailing and launching herself at the other side endlessly. Regrettably, my other experiments bore similar results, and after relocating a few times, most of the palace is now too dangerous to work in. Still, as much as my heart aches to know that you're suffering, I cannot risk attempting to ungild you yet. Not until I have perfected a method that will bring you back to me, whole in both mind and body, and ensuring your humanity is preserved. I promise you this. One day we will be together, even if I have to free every last statue in this god's forsaken place.
oh my god. Naevia needs to be stopped. Oh, it's a half-peeled statue? Oh, jeez. Are you whispering to me through the statue somehow? Who are you? You must be Naevia.
And you must be the wretched snake who broke into my palace and disturbed my experiments. And worst of all, look at what you made me do to her. This never would have happened if you just stayed away. You're going to pay for that.
Good luck with that. You attack me, we'll both end up encased in gold.
And do you think I care about that? I don't care what happens to me, as long as you get what you deserve. You think you can bring me down with your little wooden arrows before I jam this blade into your throat?
Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna imprison you in gold like the others. Have you not paid attention to what's been going on?
What? How? That's impossible. You're trying to intimidate me.
This golden bow is the weapon that encases people in gold.
Liar.
I can demonstrate on Galatea if I have to.
Really? I'm not sure I believe you. But if you can undo this mess, I'll give you the key to my old medical chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I imagine it would help Lucretia ease the suffering of those still in the city. But if you're lying to me, I'll break the golden rule and kill you and everyone else in this city. Understood?
Well, didn't I already open that chest? I don't know. All right, stand back. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to do it on Galatea? See?
You did it. You took away her pain. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. I swear I will never harm her again. I swear it. I'll stay here to keep her company. But these poor souls, what can be done for them? I've tried everything I can. I fear the only one capable of releasing them properly is whichever god doomed them in the first place. In any case, I must honor our bargain. Here's the key I promised you. It opens a chest in the Shrine of Apollo. I believe there are a few things in there which may be useful to Lucretia.
I mean, didn't I already open that chest? Is this a different chest? Okay.
Now,
Must be.
please leave. The door here leads out onto the palace balcony. You should be able to make your way down from there.
Goodbye, Navia.
Go, and never return.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. Okay. Wow, that was a very long quest there. Nope. But oh, I got an achievement, survive the palace. Now, interestingly, I mean, I can hit these. I don't really know what the point of that is, you know? Like, is this gonna help somehow? Oh my god. Well, there's really no point in doing that. Alright, we'll just regenerate health at this point. Okay, well,
Be careful who you trust.
hi, Yulia. Can I tell you, I saved Ulpius.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life.
Oh,
Was
wait.
there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest.
Wait, Ulpius might still need to... I can't remember what timeline we're in. What's your story?
You mean my life story? Oh, well, I grew up as part of a big family in Rome. Me and 3 older sisters.
Right,
Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while, until 7 months ago when the fires came.
Citizen,
My colleagues and I worked desperately to try to protect our warehouse. We must have had 100 workers passing buckets of water, chanting prayers to Vulcan, but they fell on deaf ears. The fire was relentless and it claimed everything and everyone. Well, almost everyone. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and flee for the Tiber with the crowds. I remember diving into the river and then... the next thing I knew, I was waking up on the riverbank not far from here.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. I consider myself fortunate. At least I'm still alive.
I'll be going now.
All right. Goodbye.
I'm not really sure what else you can offer me. Ooh, I know what I want to do. I want to take this golden bow, and I want to go hit the thing. I think Ulpius is alive. Yeah, he is. We haven't looped in a while. What? Is that Galatea still talking to me?
Salve, friend.
You jump scared me. Oh my god, you're right there. Anyway, I'm a little busy at the moment. Bro, now that's fun. Oh my god, is it just coins? I got an achievement. Find treasure using the golden bow. Oh. Okay, now there was another one. Oh, I can go to the top floor of Malleolus's place with this thing, with this baby. But wasn't there another place that I could use this? I'm trying to think. Where else did I see this? I feel like oh, it's like back in the caves back there. Oh my god. No. No, 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 no. Oh my god. Well, that's annoying. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go down this way. Right here. Okay. Alright, well, actually, no, this is gonna be faster this way. Nobody pay attention to my golden bow. Dude, let's go talk to Decius, actually. Oh, damn. He's gonna be pissed. Is he still standing outside that place? Ah. Did he just like walk away? Oh yeah, let's try the Apollo.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
Yeah, impressed?
Feeling all right?
Yeah.
That's
okay, bye.
a shame. Thanks again for saving Yulia's life.
How
Apollo
would you know that?
smiles upon you.
How did you know that? Galerius did it, not me. So isn't this... But like, I got the key for it anyway. You know, that like that's what I'm just not understanding. It's like she gave me the key for that, but like I found it
A golden
anyway.
bow, just like Apollo and Diana.
Shiny,
Hi.
you took care of him?
Yeah, I sure did. He had a tragic accident in that shrine.
An accident? So, it's over? Oh God, it's such a relief. I really thought we were all going to die. I do have a question though. That shrine, the one I was going to hide in, did you know it was going to collapse?
Guilty as charged. If I said yes, I'd be admitting to murder.
I don't understand. Oh, I see. I should probably keep my big mouth shut then. Sorry. I promise, nobody else will ever know what you did. But I know. That was really clever. Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, welcome. I'm Fabia. Sorry I was a bit frantic before. Need anything?
What's your story?
There's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can.
How'd you end
I
up here?
suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing. My pa had just arranged a husband for me, a fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river. I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am.
That's odd. Most of the others were in Rome before they woke up in the forest, but you're saying you were a day's ride away.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right. Hadn't really thought about it. But the gods are mysterious and powerful. Who knows what their plans are for us?
Do you know a way out of here?
What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already?
I just wanted to
Why not
know.
give the place a chance before you try to leave?
So I
Good
guess
people here.
that's no.
Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables. And Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes. And Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just
Well,
saying.
the shrine, yeah.
There are worse places you could live out your days.
I don't belong here.
Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it?
What do you think about the golden rule?
Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we?
The crushing optimism of the naive, right? I like your optimism.
Thanks. And I like your teeth. They're so white.
Your teeth are
And
really
your
white too.
clothes. Oh, I bet my friend Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the golden rule with you too.
We've
He'll
already
be just
chatted
across
about
the
it.
forum in his shop.
In what world will I be talking to you before I be talking to Georgius?
All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem. I won't forget it.
Well, could you do something for me then? You know? Decius, where'd you go, buddy? Where is he? He's not here. Oh.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible that you've just arrived here and you already know everyone and exactly what's about to happen to them?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
You're toying with me, right? Wait, you're not kidding, are you? That's the only way you could have known. You're a bit like... Oh, what was his name?
Al?
Sisyphus. Yeah, that's the one.
Wait.
Old King Sisyphus.
Like Sisyphus? How
Sisyphus
so?
was a Greek king a long time ago. For daring to think he could outsmart the gods, he was given a terrible punishment. He was forced to push a great boulder up to the top of a hill. Only, just as it reached the top, it would roll all the way back down to the bottom, forcing him to start over and over and over again for all eternity. Just like you.
Thanks!
Actually, now that I think about it, there are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. Tantalus was made to grasp at fruit on a tree he could never quite reach. The Pleiades had to keep fetching water in a sieve. Oh, and Ixion was strapped to a wheel going round and round forever.
These are all people that Livia talked about.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get yourself into this position, friend, but you seem all right to me.
How does she know there's a loop?
I'll keep doing whatever I can to help you, and you just focus on finding a way to break the cycle you're in.
She must have gone through a portal or something. Thanks, Galerius.
Anytime, friend. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although, it's not as if I'll remember this next time we talk anyway, right? Oh, and if our conversations ever start to annoy you, just tell me you're busy. I know when I'm not wanted. May fortune smile on you, friend.
What was that thing about? He said that weird thing about Nemesis. Remember that? Yeah. Okay, before I go to get Equitia, let me see. Damn. Okay. Well. Oh, he might be in Aurelia's tavern at this point. I'm not sure.
Ah, a fellow traveler
Yes,
from
yes,
a
yes.
faraway land.
A traveler. I want to taunt him about the golden bow. I've got it, and I'm gonna split anything with you now. Maybe he's over here. I mean, not really sure.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
You got some nerve saying that in front of me.
Oh, hello there, partner. I'm glad you're here. I think there might have been some confusion about my little practical joke earlier. You see, my plan was to give you a little fright. You know, like two friends joking around at the Saturnalia, and then, surprise, I'd open the door. But when I opened it, you were gone.
Don't believe you.
Partner, I swear, this is just a misunderstanding. Look, why don't you keep our bow as compensation?
You mean my bow? Don't worry, I'm keeping it.
Fine. It's a credit to you that you're able to see the humour in all of this. Now, can I help you with something?
I'm going
Very
now.
well. Another time.
You know I gotta do it to him.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
I took care of it for you guys. Okay, sorry. I'll go ahead and load it now. It was really funny.
Whatever's in that great
So that's
temple up there on the bluff.
So that's a
I bet
sin.
it's worth a fortune.
That's a sin, is it?
The 49 melodies fetch again. With
Yeah, she's talking about
incessant
melodies.
labor. The water they have lost.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Let's go this way. There's something back here. It's like... No, yeah, it's this way. It's this way. Going to it. Here we go. We can find it. This way. We can go up. Here we are. This is it. Please. Thank you. Oh, this leads into, yeah, the place with the fish. Sculpture of Minerva, the Roman goddess of strategy. Right. Stone carving. With a symbol of a fish carved into it. Looks like it might be religious in nature, yeah. Okay. A Roman plaque. Oh. Pluto, father of riches. We'll be taking that. Okay, so I've got the plaque. That's it, huh? Okay. The plaque I can put, oh my god. Yeah, now the plaque I can put, at the top of the thing. Yes, thank you. At the top where Ulpius, was gonna jump. That's where I can put the plaque on the obelisk, but then I'm not really sure what to do after that. Let's go up. I was about to say we're headed out right here, right? Now, interestingly, yes, I know. Okay. Interestingly, like they're all at Aurelia's bar. It seems like they have like kind of a loop that they go through before someone. I'm really hoping that I didn't break the golden rule somehow earlier, and I'm like misattributing it to these guys. But we'll go to Malleolus's place in a bit, maybe. Maybe. Well, I gotta get it up there somehow. Actually, I think it's this way that we should go. Yeah. I guess I'll put that plaque in and we'll just see what it does. Wait. Oh my god. Okay, we'll just go this way. Whatever. I wish you could zip line up. I know why you can't. Well, should we just talk to Equitia now? Let's just talk to Equitia. We've been building towards this all video.
You've cleared the way to the baths?
I
Follow
have.
me, but don't follow too closely. We can't have people thinking we're bathing together.
Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Why not? Why can't have people thinking we're bathing together? Why not? Okay, so I'm guessing we're gonna talk about everything with the what I noticed with people's stories. You got the river, you got people having a memory lapse, the hooded figure, the coin. Okay, I think I just figured it out. Okay, wait, if I'm right. Well, we might be about to find out if I'm right, which is incredible timing. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it to myself for now. But if you put those 4 things together, okay, well, that's not quite it, is it? If you put those 4 things together, though, I mean, looking back, it's really obvious. Wow. Okay, hi.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard to make out in this light. If only we could see. Oh, what a marvelous lamp. But do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Charon. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Oh my god, yeah.
Charon, the ferryman of the dead. Charon, who in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
So we're all
dead.
When
I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over. But on the bright side, at least you're not stuck in the underworld like they all were.
So we're in the underworld.
Sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
Yeah. Which means... Okay, I'm not really, like, totally clear on how, you know, how it all works, but doesn't that mean that Hades is ruling over us? So that means that they're the god responsible for the golden rule. So that means that when I talk to the philosopher, I should say Hades, right? Or is Hades is a god, isn't he? I don't know.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense. All these people whose last memory was running from the fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments.
I mean, I was kind of putting together a theory that everybody was dead, but I didn't see how it fit.
Pluto, the god of the underworld, and why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
Why are there so few people in the underworld? That was my question.
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river.
So a lot of people died without money.
That never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being need with coins? In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something special about the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
So we're dead?
That was my first thought too.
Oh wait, are we not?
In the stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
Well, it's interesting because I think in everybody's stories, like, they were either optimistic about something or they were like determined and driven to do something, when suddenly they just slipped into unconsciousness and now they were here. So maybe that is the case. Maybe we're not dead. What can you tell me about Karen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. But they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin, because we inherited this knowledge from the Greeks.
Right, because the Romans stole from the Greeks. Why was Charon a woman for me, but they were a man for others?
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poets described, and he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises.
Huh.
You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood, and I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress.
Yes, I
named
read that same
Kerti.
note.
And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
How are we supposed to do that, though? Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help, I promise you.
That's all the questions I had.
Now that we know where we are, we have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld. Hercules, the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Okay. I've noticed you seem uncomfortable calling the god of the underworld by his name. Why is that?
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
I bet you the obelisk is how I can talk to them. Tell me more about confronting Pluto head on.
Shh! Is everyone so blunt where you're from? Oh.
Yeah.
That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod. Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Well, okay. Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows? Perhaps your name will be uttered in the same sentence as Hercules one day. But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the great temple overlooking the city. The problem is, the door has been sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its base.
Oh, there's 4?
It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonored and angered our divine keeper. If you could recover and replace all 4 of those missing plaques, I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
I found one of them. What can you tell me about the obelisk?
It's the towering stone monument
Yeah,
with 4
thank
sides
you. I know
and
what
a
it is.
pyramid-shaped head that stands before the great temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize.
American.
That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques: Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Okay. So I found the Roman plaque.
I don't know.
But the Greek plaque.
But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
Got it. What about the Egyptian plaque?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, would be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago.
Okay, nobody's
But I
ever
did
mentioned
hear
him besides you.
Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern.
Oh my god.
So, perhaps you could talk to her. Or just take a look in his room.
He has a room somewhere? Wait, why is that X'd out? Ask Aurelia about Kabash. Or did I find the mystery
I'm
plaque?
afraid you're on your own with that one. But perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate the way.
Okay. Can we just escape the way we came in?
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough...
Don't talk about shafts around me in the
trying it
bathhouse,
would
okay?
break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
Tell me more about escaping with the help of Proserpina or a
As I
guide.
mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim tale. It's said the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage.
That's horrible.
It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels?
I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
Truly? And you're only bringing this up now?
We barely
And
know each other.
I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can
I
you
met
tell
her.
me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she is a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself.
Well, wouldn't
If
that be
she has
something?
indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Not yet, yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, let me know if you hear anything that might be a thread through this labyrinth.
I would love to. Okay, I'm ready to get
All right.
started.
I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible. As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
I'll chat with Livia.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Right. Okay, so... were you listening that whole time? Ugh.
I was listening the whole time.
Imagine being in this position for eternity. Yeesh. Okay, so that's... Karen. That's really funny that I, like, figured it out just... Like, looking back, it's, like, really obvious, right? Wade against the... Oh, now you start giving me, like, actual hints. I imagine there's still a secret here in the bathhouse somewhere. Look at these. An ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. Huh. Interesting. Oh my god. Okay, well, yeah, let's go talk to Livia, I guess. I could also go break into Malleolus's house. Maybe I'll save that, I don't know. Okay, Livia! Olivia! What is going on here? This guy is attached to a wheel right here. I feel like that's strange, you know? I don't know. Maybe significant somehow? Oh, I was crouching, my bad. Now don't be talking to Aurelia, please.
Just as the ocean accepts, but it does not.
Yeah. Figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
Not gonna look at me, are you? You were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seem cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead descend, entombed with full rites, and the ghosts of those, at last, given proper burial. The wide, thorny waste is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend.
Yeah.
I think
no problem.
I should rest.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get some.
Smile on you, brother.
Oh my god.
Exotic.
Thank you. Anyway, so
you're here. And there's a.
I mean, she rejects us no matter what.
Let's just.
Okay. Looking for Kabash. Have you seen him?
Not for a few weeks now. Last time I saw him, he was sitting at a table with Georgius, whispering about some job. I remember because they kept looking over their shoulders as if they didn't want anyone else to know. So, naturally, I hovered. The one word I kept hearing was vanishing, and then, the next day, Kabash just disappeared. Coincidence? I think not.
Heard any interesting gossip?
Certainly. For 10 denarii.
I'm so rich. I just don't care.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair.
I already did that. There's another 10 denarii.
I hear that if Malleolus is elected, he's gonna throw a small festival to celebrate, with entertainment and everything. Can't wait to find out what it is.
He's gonna be executing Sentius, I'll tell you that. Tell me something I don't know.
There used to be a midwife here, Naevia, but this place drove her mad as a Maenad. Said she could hear the statues whispering to her. Can you imagine? Fortunately for us, she locked herself in the palace weeks ago and hasn't been seen since. Good riddance, I say.
Okay.
Scintilla, the magistrate's youngest daughter.
Damn, I know all this
went
already.
Missing a few weeks ago, right out from under Daddy's nose. How can we trust him to govern a city if he can't even protect his own daughter? I heard Dacius has been offering a lot of money for a bone. Of course,
Right, here you go.
Have you seen the way Rufius walks around staring at all the statues? He says he's afraid they're going to spring to life. But then, why does he have a collection of them in his room?
That is weird, isn't it?
I hear Galerius has a thing for Equitia, but of course she's a Vestal priestess. If she sleeps with him, the magistrate will have to bury her alive.
Oh yeah, we found
Why
his
do
palm,
silly
didn't we?
boys always want what they can't have? I hear there are blasphemous cultists walking among us. You know, the ones that lit the fires last year? Some even say they have a secret shrine around here somewhere.
Yeah, I found that. How long are you gonna be shaking that
I've
thing?
already told you everything I know, I'm afraid.
Well, you're what good
All
are
right.
you?
See ya.
Bye.
Don't you just love springtime?
Galerius, you gotta find better icebreakers, my man. Okay, so let's see. What do we got? Listen to the whispers for clues. Click on 4 stolen flasks. Okay, time period. Let's see. No dirt on Malleolus, really? Ask the old man if he's seen Kabash. Right, we can just skip straight to him. Georgius. By old man, you mean Georgius, right? Oh, here he is. The man of the hour. Hi.
Greetings and salutation. Greetings. I'm Georgius. It gladdens me to see another foreigner in our midst.
Right.
My friend, your words intrigue.
Looking for Kabash. I heard you were one of the last people to see him.
Ah, I knew this day would come. I do not wish to lie to you, my friend, but even discussing this matter is dangerous. Please, let us leave the live coals safely beneath us.
You can trust me. We foreigners have to stick together, remember?
Very well. But the magistrate would not look kindly upon this, so please keep it to yourself.
Oh, my lips are
For
sealed.
several months now, I have been sneaking out at night to worship the gods of my ancestors in the Temple of Demeter. Each day, I leave offerings of food in the hope that we may have a bountiful harvest, and yet the next day when I return, the food is missing.
How's that a problem?
The offering, it is symbolic, you see. It is never eaten. So
Ah.
I ask, who or what is devouring the food in this temple? Stranger still. Once I sat in front of my shop like the 100-eyed Argus until dawn to see if I could spot a thief going in. But do you know what I saw?
No idea.
Nothing. Nobody entered. And yet when I went to take a look, my offering was gone. It is bizarre, is it not? When I told my friend Kabash of this at the tavern,
vanished.
he
That's
offered
what he
to
was-
help investigate. He went in, and to my dismay, you was never seen again.
I'm off to the Temple of Demeter then.
I do not think you should pursue this, my friend. It would break my heart to be responsible for 2 people disappearing. But
Where
you
is
do not
it?
strike me as a kind of person to be deterred by such warnings. So just be careful, I beg you.
Where is it? Wait, where is the Temple of Demeter?
Hey, my friend.
Not yet.
That is all right. Please. Wait for it's the not wait.
Where is the Temple of Demeter?
It is the only Greek temple in the city. Head towards the baths, and it is the last building on your right.
Oh, okay.
I do not think you, but
Well, okay. I mean, I guess I'll go over there. Let's see. It's not this, is it? This isn't it. Oh, you know what? I could go down there. Let's talk to the philosopher guy. Yeah, you know what? Let's go do that actually. I want to go do that. Thanks for the hint. Here's a tip. Do you know how to crouch? See, I now know. I'm gonna say Pluto. Hi, I'm here. Oh, what's that down there?
Ah, a visitor. Welcome.
I'm Jern.
Tell.
I'm looking for Kabash.
Ah, Kabash. I know this man.
Oh, okay, so this is where I'm
He
supposed to
came
be.
through here some weeks ago. I will tell you everything I know, but first, a request. I have been living down here alone for many years, with nobody to talk to but myself. The one thing I long for above all else before I die is a good philosophical argument with somebody astute.
Right.
And hope let us find out with this simple...
Pluto, god of the underworld.
Excellent. I see you are indeed quite astute. Very few come to that realization before their time in the sun is over. Now, will you join me in a friendly Socratic dialogue?
That's code for you're gonna be annoying. Okay. Sounds easy enough.
Wonderful. Then let me begin with a question. Would you say you know the difference between right and wrong?
No, not this crap. It's a complex question.
You are an overthinker too. We're the same then. It is probably why I became a philosopher. But if you struggle with right and wrong normally, then down here with the golden rule, surely your struggle can only have become more difficult.
It is.
Well, that's reassuring. And the truth is, you're not alone. You see, out there in the world, being uncertain about right and wrong was acceptable, because our mistakes rarely had consequences. So we would tell lies and bend rules and turn a blind eye and rationalize, and yet still find a way to think of ourselves as good people. But under the golden rule, morality matters. The slightest wrongdoing could result in a mass execution. So to navigate this maze, we would have to be certain about the difference between right and wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
Whose version of right and wrong?
That is an excellent question, and it leads directly to my next line of inquiry. So let me ask you this. Is there one system of morality which is always perfectly correct, which you could follow in every situation and always do the right thing?
No, you're talking about moral absolutism, which is an impossibility, I think. No.
Are you sure? Or is it possible that humans simply haven't figured out the right system yet?
I think there's no such thing as a correct morality.
So is it up to each of us to decide what right and wrong mean to us individually? Or must we simply follow the laws and customs of whichever community we're in?
Well, what changed my answer? Well, I think we need to follow the laws and customs of our community to a certain extent.
Ah, you know, I think you'd find an ally in Herodotus, a scribe from among my people who lived some 400 years ago. He told the story of a man named Darius, whose curiosity was piqued when he learned that a certain tribe had the practice of eating their dead. He asked some Greeks who burnt their dead, "What would it take for you to eat your dead?" Aghast, they replied, "Nothing." Then he asked the tribe who ate their dead, "What would it take for you to burn your dead?" "Nothing," they replied, equally aghast. From this, Herodotus concluded that custom is king, that right and wrong are merely local ideas which do not survive the journey from one tribe to another.
It provides context.
I take it you're in agreement?
Yes, I guess.
Then let me ask you this. If you visited a tribe where they ate each other, copulated with the dead, and drank wine from cups made out of human skulls, would you still maintain that within such a tribe there is nothing wrong with such conduct?
I mean, nothing wrong. I mean, you're taking it to an extreme, right, to prove a point. But what do you? It's like it's such a loaded question because it's like, well, what do you mean by wrong? You know, like this isn't, like I said, absolutism is a really hard stance to defend here. It's just like, yes, there's nothing wrong with it. Let's just say yes and see what he says.
Disturbing. And while I do not agree with you, at least you would have the support of Herodotus.
What's your point?
My point is this. I don't think anyone alive truly knows any hard and fast rules about right and wrong.
Yeah, okay. Sure about that. What about do not kill? Well, but then it's like, what about certain situations, right?
If there is one thing I have observed about rules, it is that virtuous people do not need them, and evil people will always find a way around them. And so we must accept our limitations, and the sad truth that no human society will ever achieve the utopia for which it strives. In mathematics, we would call it an asymptote, a line that can be approached but never reached.
Yes.
Because the only way to create a utopia is with the ever-present threat of force, such as the Golden Rule. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs when he first appears as a protector.
That would
life
be
under tyranny
ironic.
Is no utopia at all.
Okay. I agree.
I'm glad to hear that. In any case, thank you for humoring an old man. I would be happy to answer your questions.
Yeah. Okay. What's your story?
You mean, how did I end up living alone in this cave with nothing but these relics of the past for company?
Yeah.
It's a long story.
Everybody keeps saying that, but it's not like, it's not that long.
I was a quarrelsome young man. At 19, I left Corinth for Rome to study rhetoric at one of her finest academies, so I could argue more forcefully. Back then, I used to enjoy verbally sparring with everyone I could, and I was good. One night, I found myself in a tavern in an argument with a drunken mercenary. It became heated. He drew a gladius, and I won the argument, but lost my life.
You would fit in well on the internet.
The sticks at a campfire.
Win the argument at all costs.
Of course, I tried to persuade her to let me return, but even with all my skill, I failed. I settled in, made friends, and learned what I could, quickly realizing our little community faced certain death under the Golden Rule. So I began looking for a place to hide underground. Fortunately, I found this place waiting for me. You see, I was not the first to take refuge here. I returned to my friends above, persuaded them to join me, and 12 of us descended for the last time to live out our days hidden from Hades' tyranny.
Hades, you mean Pluto. This is what I mean.
They are one and the same.
Oh.
The Romans call him Pluto, but long
Okay.
before that, my people called him Hades.
I was like, okay, thank you. Why can't you tell me your name?
I fear that if you were to utter my name in the city, even by mistake, that Hades would hear you and know I am still alive.
Damn, come on. How have you survived that?
Living in darkness is not without its challenges. The first challenge is diet. Fortunately, I found that eating fresh fish provides most of the nutrients I need. And sometimes, when there are Greek people living up above, I surface at night and salvage the offerings they've left in the temple of Demeter. The greater challenge is the isolation, so I like to imagine arguments, where I argue both sides. But, like so many things in life, arguments are better with a partner.
Wow. You do what I do in the shower. I argue with an imaginary person. Why can't you return to this?
My generation was wiped out, turned to gold, many years ago. My friends and I were able to avoid the same fate by hiding down here.
Is that
I
so?
think it's safest to assume that if I was to return, Hades would realize that his furies hadn't finished the job, and he'd send them after me again.
Okay. Where's everyone else?
I'm afraid I am the only one left. There were 12 of us in the beginning, but one by one, my friends passed away. Some from malnutrition, others from madness and despair. It has been lonely. Before my unexpected visit from Kabash some weeks ago, I'd not seen another person in many, many years. As you wish.
Where can I find Kabash?
I will tell you, but you may find him hostile. To prepare for your encounter, there are certain things you must know. Very few know this, but before the Romans came to this city, it was once entirely Greek. The architecture, the temples, and the people. When the Romans came, in typical fashion, they claimed it as their own, built over everything that could be built over, and renamed the things that could not. Thus, the Shrine of Persephone became the Shrine of Proserpina. And when they found an obelisk bearing the name Hades, they tore it off and replaced it with Pluto instead. And the city's dwindling Greek residents, witnessing this compulsive Roman conquest, decided to preserve what they could of their heritage. They gathered their art and valuables, secreted them away through the Temple of Demeter, and hid them here, out of reach of the Romans.
I'm with you so far.
However, there was one thing that always seemed out of place to me, and it is the very thing you seek. An even older plaque bearing an Egyptian inscription.
What did it say?
I had no idea until years later, when the first of my friends began to die. As a result of their deaths, we began to dig catacombs branching off from this cavern to lay them to rest. We extended the tunnel so far that we accidentally discovered another, an even older tunnel, which somebody had gone to great lengths to keep hidden. Suddenly it made sense why there was an out-of-place Egyptian plaque among our people's possessions. You see, we proud Greeks had thought the Romans beasts for stealing and corrupting our heritage. But it turns out this game has been going on much longer than any of us imagined. I think it is best you head through the catacombs and follow Kabash's trail.
Okay, what's in it?
There are certain things you must see for yourself. Take this key. You'll need it to open the gate.
Thanks. Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, would I be living like this?
I don't know. What do you think about the Golden Rule?
Did we not discuss it at length already? Oh, I see. You're toying with me. Ha!
Okay.
I enjoyed our chat, but please keep my presence here a secret. Yes.
All right, I will. I'm going to try something. I'm going to see.
Not this.
Not this again, he says. Interesting. So, a Greek plaque. So is this not the Greek plaque that we need? Okay. All right, so yeah, they actually aren't aware of him down here. I was curious if that would happen or not. Okay, well, hanging fish. All right, so this is where we're gonna go in the next video. Hope you guys are excited for that. Yeah, it looks like things are heating up. I don't know if we'll wrap things up in 2 videos or what. I don't think we can do it in 1 at this point. I feel like that's too quick. Oh, this is what they meant by old man. I thought they meant Georgius. I was like, Georgius isn't that old. Ask Dooley about the Greek plaque. Ask Georgius about the Greek plaque. Right, because they're Greeks. Okay, interesting. Yeah, we basically got to still break into Malleolus's villa. And we gotta obviously do this catacomb thing. Who knows if it's gonna take a long time though. But yeah, I'll hopefully you're still enjoying the playthrough, and I'll see you in the next one. Think critically.